Last class, we discussed about which type of reaction? Tell me.
Combination
Reaction.
reaction.
Yeah, combination reaction. What do you mean by combination reaction? Minha, can you tell me?
And the reaction in which a single product is formed when two or more reactants.
Yeah, the reaction in which two or more reactants join or combine together to form a single product, right? This type of reaction is known as combination reaction. Gauri, can you give one example for combination reaction?
Calcium oxide reacts with water.
Calcium oxide reacts with,
Water.
yeah, water to form.
Calcium
Hmm.
carbon.
Calcium,
Hydroxide.
very good, calcium hydroxide. All of you switch on your videos. Shania, Fagad, Sean, Emerin, Anthony, Maxi, Ashik, Bastin, Anandu, Krishna, all of you. Okay, then Emerin. Emerin, please unmute. Emerin, yeah. Please switch on your video. Yeah, what's the common name of calcium oxide?
Lime.
Which lime?
Lime.
Very good, Cuc lime. Then Said,
Yes, ma'am.
what's the common name of calcium hydroxide?
Slated.
Flake lime, very good.
Translate.
Then which substance is used for whitewashing walls? Sean, which one? Yeah, Cuc lime, or otherwise known as calcium oxide. Then Shania,
Yes, ma'am.
can you give another example for combination reaction?
Burning of coal.
Burning of
Coal.
coal. Can you tell me the chemical equation of burning of coal? Shania, which one is the main content in coal?
C plus
Yeah,
carbon.
C plus. Tell me, C
O2
plus.
gives
O2 gives
C.
CO2, right? So the two reactants combine together to form a single product, that is combination reaction. Then we learned about exothermic reaction, right? Tania, can you tell me the definition of exothermic reaction?
Reactions in which heat is released along in the formation of products are called
Very good, very good. The reaction in which heat is released along with the formation of products, such types of reactions are called exothermic reaction. Karthik, can you give one example for exothermic reaction?
Ma'am, burning of coal.
Yeah, burning of coal. Then I told you burning of coal. Yeah, it's okay. Then I told you two more examples, right? Decomposition of vegetable matter into compost, and one more example.
Respiration.
Yeah, we discussed, just mentioned respiration, right? So today we are going to learn example. One example for this exothermic reaction, that is respiration. Okay, respiration. During digestion, what happens? What's the process behind digestion? Or what happens in digestion?
And the food broke
Hmm.
down into simpler.
Very good, very good. The food we eat broken down to simpler products, right? And this simpler products, can you name that simpler product?
Glucose.
Yeah, very good. Glucose. Right? So during digestion, the food we consume, it's converted into simpler products like glucose. Right? And during respiration, what happens? During respiration,
It combines with oxygen.
yeah, we intake oxygen, right? So this glucose combines with oxygen and releases energy. Okay, so here this energy is released. That's why this respiration process is known as an exothermic reaction. Clear? The food we consume is broken down into simpler substances like glucose during digestion. And during respiration, this glucose combines with oxygen in our cells and provides energy. Okay, that's why this respiration process is an example for exothermic reaction. Here also energy is released into the cells. Okay, that's why this this respiration process is considered as an exothermic reaction. And this is the chemical equation for this reaction. C6H12O6. That is the chemical formula of glucose. Okay, and it is in aqueous state. It's in aqueous state. What do you mean by aqueous state?
Insoluble in water.
Very good. That is dissolved in water or soluble in water. So this glucose, it combines with the oxygen. It's also in aqueous state because it is dissolved in water or soluble in water. These two reacts together to form carbon dioxide, water, and energy. We exhale this carbon dioxide and water is also produced in our body along with this energy. This energy is utilized by our body for different functions. Yes? Any doubt? Nothing. Okay. So Dominic, can you hear me? No? Justin, please unmute.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Can you read this point?
The food we consume is broken down into simpler substances like glucose during digestion. During respiration, glucose combines with oxygen in our cells and provides energy.
Yes. Okay. Can you read this equation also?
C6H12O6 plus
Yes.
CO2 gives 6 CO2 plus 6H2O and
Energy.
energy.
Okay. So this glucose and oxygen combines together to form energy, carbon dioxide, and water. Here also energy is produced. That's why this reaction is an example for exothermic reaction. So in the previous, burning of natural gas, then the decomposition of vegetable matter into compost, then the third one, respiration. These three are the examples for exothermic reaction. Is this clear for everyone? Tell me.
Yes.
Okay, then we are moving to the second type of reaction. Okay, second type of reaction. It's just opposite to that of combination reaction. First one, combination reaction. And the second one is just opposite to that of combination reaction. That is decomposition reaction. Okay. I think you all are familiar with the term decomposition. Yes. All of you switch on your videos, please. You're familiar with the term decomposition. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Elsa,
Yes, ma'am.
can you give the meaning of this word decomposition in your own words? I told you it's just opposite of combination reaction. So, it's okay. So next we are going to learn this decomposition reaction. In the combination reaction, we learned that the two or more reactants combine together to form a single product, right? Here, a single reactant breaks down to give simpler product. It is called decomposition reaction. the reaction in which a single reactant breaks down to simpler products. In combination reaction, 2 or more reactants combine together to form a single product. Here, a single reactant breaks down to give simpler product. It is called decomposition reaction. It's clear? Decomposition reaction. And we can consider this AB. AB as a reactant. Okay, it's a single reactant. And it decomposes to form 2 simpler products, that is A and B. Clear? A single reactant decomposes to form simpler products, that is A and B. So I'm repeating it once again. In the case of combination reaction, 2 or more reactants combine together to form a single product, that is combination reaction. So in the chemical equation of combination reaction, 2 or more reactants in the reactant side and only one product in the right hand side. Okay, that means product side. But in the case of decomposition reaction, single reactant breaks down to simpler products. That means one reactant and more than one product. Clear? Is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Srihari, can you read this slide?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
A reaction in which a single reactant breaks down to give a simpler product is called decomposition reaction.
Okay. So this is the second type of reaction. First one, combination reaction, and the second one, decomposition reaction. Okay. Then we are moving to one activity. And this is that activity. Is this image clear for you? If it is not clear, you can look at your textbook. It's in the page number 8, figure 1.4. And the activity is that we just take about 2 grams of ferrous sulfate crystals. Okay, ferrous sulfate crystals in a boiling tube. About 2 grams of ferrous sulfate crystals in a boiling tube. Okay, then we heat this beaker, not beaker, a boiling tube, using a burner. Okay, and we hold this boiling tube using a pair of tongs because it's a thermal reaction, means lots of heat energy is released. In order to avoid such dangers, we are using this tongs. So we just take about 2 grams of ferrous sulfate crystals in a boiling tube using a pair of tongs, and it heated using a burner. Okay, this is the activity. And after some time, what happens? Do you have any guess? Do you know the color of this ferrous sulfate crystals? Ferrous sulfate. Yes or no? Okay, it is a bluish green. I will show you the image later. Okay, it's bluish green. So we just take about 2 grams of ferrous sulfate crystals in a boiling tube and just heat it using a burner. And after some time, when the ferrous sulfate crystals are heated, they lose water and the color of crystal changes. I told you it's in bluish green color. So after some time, what happens? It loses its water molecules from the compound. And the color of the crystal changes. So this is the reaction take place. I will write it once again, just wait. FeSO4 7H2. That means already water molecules are there in this compound. And this sign delta, it means that thermal heating or heating process take place. Okay. When you see this symbol above or below this arrow mark, you should note the point that this is a thermal reaction. Okay. Heating process take place there. And after some time, what happens? This water molecules lost. That means F FeSO4 plus 7H2O. This is the first example for decomposition reaction. Here, a simple product or a single product is, single reactant is here. This single reactant decompose to form simpler product, that is FeSO4 and 7H2O. Due to heating, this color of the crystal changes and it loses water molecules and it becomes FeSO4 plus 7H2O. Is this clear? We just take about 2 grams of ferrous sulfate crystals in a boiling tube and heat it using a burner. After some time, they lose water molecules and color of the crystal changes. That means FeSO4 7H2O, it decomposes to form FeSO4 and H2. This is the first reaction take place here. Okay, is this clear? Tell me. Bastin? Bastin, can you hear me? Sovel,
Yes, ma'am.
can you explain this activity? Try. I will,
And
yeah.
when
Hmm.
ferrous sulfate crystals are heated, then they lose water and color of the crystal and change.
Okay, okay. We just take all of you switch on your videos. Devasena, Kshetra, Karthik, Fagad, Anandu, Dominic, Jesslyn, Anthony, Maxi. Okay. So we just take about 2 grams of ferrous sulfate crystals in a boiling tube and heat it using a beaker. After some time, what happens? This ferrous sulfate crystals are bluish green or a blue color. Okay. After some time, it loses its color due to the absence of water molecules. That means water molecules also removed from this ferrous sulfate crystals. That means this ferrous sulfate is decomposed to form ferrous sulfate and water. That's why the color of the crystal changes. Clear? Please respond.
Yes,
This is
ma'am.
clear for you.
Yes, ma'am.
Giswadi, can you tell the chemical formula of ferrous sulfate? Chemical formula?
FeSO4
Yeah,
7.
H2O. Okay. So we are moving to the remaining portion. So this FeSO4 7H2O on heating, it becomes FeSO4 and 7H2O. Okay, that means water molecules are removed from this compound. Then after this ferrous sulfate decomposes to form ferric oxide, sulfur dioxide, and sulfur trioxide. In initial stage, just water molecules are removed from this compound. Okay, just water molecules are removed from this compound. After that, this ferrous sulfate, that means anhydrous ferrous sulfate. This is because due to the absence of water, it is known as anhydrous. Hydra means water, right? So anhydrous means absence of water. Ferrous sulfate, this anhydrous ferrous sulfate, on further heating, what happens? It decomposes to form ferric oxide, sulfur dioxide, and sulfur trioxide. 3 products are obtained. So this is an example for decomposition reaction. Here also a single reaction decomposes to form simpler product. Okay. Is this chemical equation clear for you?
Can you explain the equation once more?
Yes. Yes or no? Please tell me.
Ma'am, equation
It's not clear, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I will write it once again. 2FeSO4, that is solid, gives, and in this arrow you have to put this delta mark. That means heating process takes place. And Fe2O3, that is ferric oxide, plus, that's also in solid state. Sulfur dioxide, that's in gaseous state. Then sulfur trioxide, that's also in gaseous state. So the anhydrous ferrous sulfate, it decomposes to form ferric oxide, sulfur dioxide, and sulfur trioxide. Okay, this ferric oxide Fe2O3 is in solid state, while SO2, that means sulfur dioxide and sulfur trioxide, are gases. Okay, so this is the activity. When the ferrous sulfate crystals are heated, first it loses water molecules and it becomes anhydrous ferrous sulfate. This anhydrous ferrous sulfate, on further heating, it decomposes to form ferric oxide, sulfur dioxide, and sulfur trioxide. The chemical formula of ferric oxide is Fe2O3. That's in solid state. And the next one, sulfur dioxide and sulfur trioxide. They are in gaseous state. This is an example for decomposition reaction. Okay? This is clear. And this is the color change occurs for the compound. This is FeSO4 7H2O. Okay? And this one is Fe2O3, ferric oxide. You look at the color change. A bluish green crystal, right? It changes to a red colored compound. So this is the conversion. FeSO4 7H2O, it decomposes to form ferric oxide. This one is solid, that's why it's in the form of a powder. And the other products, sulfur dioxide and sulfur trioxide, they are in gaseous state. Okay, this is clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. First, this ferrous sulfate crystal loses water molecules and it becomes anhydrous ferrous sulfate. And on further heating, it decomposes to form ferric oxide, that is Fe2O3, sulfur dioxide, that is SO2, and the next one, sulfur trioxide, that is SO3. Only Fe2O3 is in solid state and the sulfur dioxide and sulfur trioxide are gases. Clear? So this is an example for which type of reaction?
Decomposition.
Composition.
Okay, decomposition reaction. Abin,
Yes, ma'am.
can you explain this activity, this burning of ferrous sulfate crystal?
When ferrous
Abin,
sulfate.
just wait. All of you, please switch on your videos. Devasena, Lakshmi, Kshetra, Sean, Anjani, Maxi, Karthik, Anandu, Dominic, Jesslyn. Okay, Abin, tell me.
Crystals are heated.
Which one is heated?
And colors of crystals change.
Okay. Okay, ferrous sulfate is heated. Then color of crystal changes. Then what happens? What all changes observed?
Ferrous sulfate decomposes.
Yeah,
from
decomposition. It loses which molecules? What happens to the water molecules?
the
on
color
heating?
change.
On heating, they loses water molecules and due to that, color of the crystal changes, right? Then what are the products obtained, Gauri? Tell me, what are the products obtained on the decomposition of ferrous sulfate?
Ferric oxide and sulfur dioxide
One more.
and
Ferric
sulfur trioxide.
Okay. Ferric oxide, sulfur dioxide, and sulfur trioxide. Ashik? Ashik, please switch on your video. Please show me your face, dear. Okay. Ashik, tell me what's the chemical formula of this ferric oxide? Ferric oxide. No answer? Shania, can you help him? Ferric oxide, what's the chemical formula of ferric oxide?
Fe2
Fe2
O3.
O3, okay. Anthony Maxi, please switch on your video. Anthony Maxi. And please unmute.
Yes, ma'am.
Anthony Maxi, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes? Okay,
Yes.
can you tell the chemical formula of the sulfur dioxide and sulfur trioxide? It's in the name itself, right? Sulfur, that is S. Then dioxide, that means 2 oxygen, SO2. And in the case of sulfur trioxide, sulfur. And trioxide means 3 oxygen, so SO3. So I'm repeating this one again. This is an example for decomposition reaction. What do you mean by decomposition reaction? A single reaction breaks down to simpler product. Okay, that is decomposition reaction. An example for this decomposition reaction, when the ferrous sulfate crystals are heated, what happens? It loses the water molecules and the color of the crystal changes. Okay, so in the initial stage, FeSO4 7H2O, it gives FeSO4 and H2O molecules. Again, on further heating, this FeSO4 decomposes to form ferric oxide, that is Fe2O3, sulfur dioxide, that is SO2, and sulfur trioxide, that is SO3. Is this clear? Do you have any doubt regarding this activity? Tell me.
It's
Please
clear.
tell me, children. Jaslyn, is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All of you. Okay, all of you switch on your videos. I'm going to take your attendance. Anthony Maxi. Anthony, please switch on your video. Anthony Maxi.
Yes, ma'am.
Devasena. Okay. Emrin. Emrin.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Karthik.
Yes, ma'am.
Elsa.
Present, ma'am.
Sovel. 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 Adulya.
Present, ma'am.
Elna Rose. Arun Bhaskar. Arun. Swati Krishna. Dominic Anthony. Dominic.
Present.
Yes. Gautam. Gautam. Gauri Nandana.
Present, ma'am.
Srihari. Gautam present.
No, ma'am, he's not present.
Jaslyn. Justin.
Present, ma'am.
Bastin. Bastin. Srihari. Shania. Okay, Kshetra.
Present, ma'am.
Kshetra. Okay. Melita. Melita. Sean. Minha.
Present, ma'am.
Joel Tom. Anjali Priya.
Present.
Tania.
Present, ma'am.
Sriram. Anandu Krishna. Anandu, please switch on your video. Said.
Present, ma'am.
Lakshmi Nanda. Lakshmi. Then Jerlin.
Present, ma'am.
Revu. Revu. Okay. Abin.
Present, ma'am.
Ashik.
Present, ma'am.
Ahlam Fatima. Bhagat.
Present, ma'am.
Okay. Then we are moving to next examples of this decomposition reaction. Before that, can you tell me the difference between combination reaction and decomposition reaction? Jesslyn, can you tell me the difference between combination reaction and decomposition reaction? Tell me. Can you hear me now? Okay, you just check. Okay. Tell me, what's the difference between combination reaction and decomposition reaction? Yes, dear. Tell me. Okay, okay, just clean. Okay. Kshetra, can you tell me the difference between combination and decomposition?
Combination reaction is the reaction in which single product is formed from two or more reactants.
Very good.
Decomposition reaction is a reaction in which a single reactant breaks down to give similar products.
Okay, okay. Okay, then we are moving to the more examples of this decomposition reaction. I think the previous activity is clear for you. Do you have any doubt? You can ask me. No doubt. Okay. Okay, the next one that's familiar for you, that is the decomposition of calcium carbonate. We just learned this equation in combination reaction, right? In the case of whitewashing walls, I told you this calcium oxide to climb reacts with carbon dioxide to form CaCO3, that is limestone. It is also known as marble. Okay, this is just reverse of this combination reaction. Okay, I told you in the combination reaction, this calcium oxide, okay, calcium oxide or the calcium hydroxide, it reacts with carbon dioxide to form calcium carbonate. That's why the shiny appearance on the walls after 2 to 3 days after this whitewashing. Okay, this is an example for combination reaction. Here, it is the reverse of combination reaction. That means decomposition occurs. This calcium carbonate, that is limestone, it decomposes to form calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. Decomposition of calcium carbonate to calcium oxide and carbon dioxide on heating. Okay, this is also an example for which type of reaction? Justin, tell me, this is an example of which type of reaction? Unmute and tell me. Justin?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me, this is example for which type of reaction? Which type of reaction we are discussing now? Tell me. This type of reaction. Fagad? Fagad, can you hear me? Fagad,
Yes, ma'am.
can you tell me the name of reaction that we are discussing?
I don't know, ma'am.
Why you don't know? I'm repeating it several times, right? Okay,
Yes.
anybody tell me what's the name of this type of reaction?
Decomposition reaction.
Yeah, decomposition reaction. And the previous one, that is combination reaction. Okay, the combination reaction, two or more reactants combine together to form a single product. And here, a single reactant breaks down to give simpler products. Okay, that's the difference between combination reaction and decomposition reaction. Look here, here also only one reactant, that is calcium carbonate. It's in solid state. And on heating, it decomposes to calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. That means this decomposes to give simpler product. Okay, so this is an example for decomposition reaction. In its name itself, this is decomposition. Look at this reaction, decomposition of calcium carbonate to calcium oxide and carbon dioxide on heat. So this is an example for decomposition reaction. Fagad, is this clear for you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so tell me what's the name of this type of reaction? Fagad? Fagad? Okay, Anjali Priya, can you tell me the name of reaction?
Decomposition reaction.
Okay, decomposition reaction. So the calcium carbonate, that is limestone, it on heating decomposes to form calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. And this one, CaO or CaOH twice, that is reacts with carbon dioxide to form CaCO3. This is an example for combination reaction. So actually, combination reaction is just the opposite of decomposition reaction. And the product calcium oxide, that is quicklime, right? CaO, which is also called a lime or quicklime, is used to manufacture cement. So this quicklime is used in the manufacture of cement. Clear? This is clear for you?
Yes,
Decomposition of calcium carbonate to calcium oxide and carbon dioxide on heating. And the product obtained calcium oxide, it is known as quicklime or simply lime. It is used in the manufacture of cement. So this is the important use of this quicklime. And quicklime is also used for whitewashing poles. So these all are considered as the uses of calcium oxide. Okay, so the first decomposition reaction, that is the decomposition of ferrous sulfate crystals to ferric oxide, sulfur dioxide and sulfur trioxide. Then the second example, the decomposition of calcium carbonate, that is limestone or otherwise known as marble. It decomposes to form calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. And this calcium oxide, it is used in the manufacture of cement. Okay, is this clear? This is the second example for decomposition reaction. Okay. Swati, can you read the slide once again?
Decomposition of calcium carbonate to calcium oxide and carbon dioxide on heating. CaCO3 gives CaO plus CO2.
Okay. Then
the product calcium oxide, which is also called lime or quicklime, is used to manufacture cement.
Okay. Is this clear? Tell me.
Yes, ma'am.
All of you. Those who do not switch on their videos, please switch on their videos. Okay, then we are moving to the next example. Before that, when this decomposition reaction is carried out by heating, okay, when this decomposition occurs only due to heating, it is known as thermal decomposition. Okay, it is known as thermal decomposition. Decomposition reaction is carried out by heating process. It is known as thermal decomposition. So the previous examples are for thermal decomposition. Not only this heat, but also light, then electricity can also decompose reaction. That's why here this decomposition reaction is carried out by heating purpose or heating. It is known as thermal decomposition. So the decomposition that is carried out through heating purposes, that is known as thermal decomposition. So examples for thermal decomposition, this one, calcium carbonate decomposes to form CaO plus CO2. This is an example for decomposition, thermal decomposition, and another one FeSO4. Anhydrous FeSO4 on decomposition gives Fe2O3 plus SO2 plus SO3. These two are examples for thermal decomposition. Why is it called so? Thermal decomposition? Tell me.
The reaction
Why?
is carried out by heating.
Yeah, the decomposition reaction is carried out by heating. It is known as thermal decomposition. Examples for thermal decomposition. These two are examples for thermal decomposition. Okay, this is clear. Revu, can you read this slide? Is there any issue? Okay, Dominic, can you hear me? Dominic? Dominic, can you hear me? No. Said? Said,
Yes, ma'am.
can you read this slide?
Yes.
Okay.
When a decomposition reaction is carried out by heating, it is known as thermal decomposition.
Okay. Can you read these examples also?
Example, calcium carbonate
Hmm.
produce calcium or hydroxide oxide plus carbon dioxide.
Okay. Then FeSO4
FeSO4 produce Fe2O3 plus SO2 plus SO3.
Okay, thank you very much. So these are the examples for thermal decomposition. Ashik, what do you mean by thermal decomposition? Ashik? Ashik, please switch on your video and tell me. You can tell in your own words. What do you mean by the term thermal decomposition? It's from the name itself, right? Karthik, can you tell me?
Ma'am, it's a decomposition in which it is decomposed. It is by heating.
Yeah, decomposition by heating. It is known as thermal decomposition. That's it. Okay, is this clear? So the examples for thermal decomposition, calcium carbonate decomposes to form calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. Then the next one, FeSO4, that is ferrous sulfate, decomposes to form Fe2O3, sulfur dioxide and sulfur trioxide. In both these processes, due to heating, this decomposition reaction is carried out, right? Okay, then one more example we can learn in this same category, thermal decomposition. Okay. Just wait. Yeah, that's in your textbook. Activity 1.6. Adulya, can you read this activity 1.6?
Take about 2 grams the lead nitrate powder in a boiling tube.
Yes.
Hold the boiling tube with a pair of tongs and heat it over a flame.
Yeah.
What do you observe? Note down the change phase.
Okay. We are just going to heat 2 grams of lead nitrate. And brown fumes will appear. Brown fumes. This is are emitted when we heat lead nitrate. Lead nitrate. Okay. Brown fumes are emitted. It is due to the presence of nitrogen dioxide. This one is brown fumes. Look at this test tube. The mouth of the test tube is brown in color, right? It is due to the formation of brown fumes. That means brown gases. Okay. So when we heat this lead nitrate solution in a boiling tube, after some time, brown fumes will emitted. It is due to the presence of nitrogen dioxide. NO2, nitrogen dioxide. Clear? And the thermal decomposition of lead nitrate. Why is it called thermal decomposition? Because here also heating process take place. Due to heating, this decomposition reaction carried out. So the thermal decomposition of lead nitrate to produce lead oxide, nitrogen dioxide, and oxygen. Due to the presence of nitrogen dioxide, this brown fumes are emitted. So these are the products in the decomposition of lead nitrate. Clear? The thermal decomposition of lead nitrate to produce lead oxide, nitrogen dioxide, and oxygen. This is also an example for decomposition reaction and specifically thermal decomposition. Okay. This is because due to the heating purpose. I told you not only heating but also electricity and light. Due to presence of light also this decomposition reaction carried out. But here it is due to heating. That's why it is known as thermal decomposition. And this lead nitrate on heating, brown fumes are emitted. It is due to the presence of nitrogen dioxide. Along with nitrogen dioxide, lead oxide and oxygen is produced. Gerlin, can you read the slide?
Yes, ma'am. Brown fumes are emitted due to the presence of nitrogen dioxide. Thermal decomposition of lead nitrate is produced lead oxide, nitrogen dioxide, and oxygen.
Okay. Shall I move to next one?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And this is the reaction take place in the decomposition of lead nitrate. This lead nitrate is white in color and it is changed to a light orange color, and this nitrogen dioxide, that is brown fumes. So this is the reaction take place when we heat lead nitrate. This PbNO3 twice. It is the chemical formula of lead nitrate. PbNO3 twice. And the lead oxide, that is PbO. And the NO2, that is the formula of nitrogen dioxide. And the next one, oxygen, that is O2. Okay, so this is also an example for thermal decomposition. The main observation you can watch is the emission of brown fumes and the formation of this light orange colored precipitate. That is due to the formation of lead oxide, and the nitrogen dioxide is in the form of brown fumes. Okay, this is clear. Elsa, can you read this chemical equation?
2PbNO3 2
twice, NO3 twice.
3 twice gives 2PbO plus 4NO3 twice
NO2
plus O2.
Okay, 4NO2 plus O2. And this PbNO3 twice, that is lead nitrate, it's in the form of solid. So we write yes. Okay, yes. And the next one, lead oxide. It's also in the form of a precipitate. That means solid. So we can write S. And this nitrogen dioxide and oxygen, they are in the form of gas. So we write G. Okay. This is finished. Tell me.
Yes, ma'am.
All of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So today we learned about decomposition reaction. It is the second type of reaction, and the main difference between the combination reaction and the decomposition reaction. Combination reaction, 2 or more reactants combine together to form a single product. Okay. And in the case of Shania, fumes means gas. Okay. Yeah. In the case of decomposition reaction, what happens? A single reactant decomposes or breaks down to simpler products. And examples for decomposition reaction, that is the decomposition of ferrous sulfate to form ferric oxide, sulfur dioxide, and sulfur trioxide. Okay. Then in the case of decomposition of calcium carbonate, it is decomposed to calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. This calcium oxide is used in the manufacture of cement. And the third example we learned, that is the decomposition of lead nitrate to form lead oxide and nitrogen dioxide. Then what do you mean by thermal decomposition? Anybody? All of you please switch on your videos. Then tell me, what do you mean by thermal decomposition?
Composition reaction due to carried out by heating.
Heating. Okay. The decomposition reaction carried out by heating is known as thermal decomposition. So the examples we discussed in the class, also an example for thermal decomposition. And in the next class, we can learn the decomposition due to electricity and due to heat. Not due to heat, light. Okay. I think it's clear for you. Do you have any doubts? Tell me.
No, ma'am.
No. Okay, then I will send you the notes through the WhatsApp. Okay.
Yes,
All of you study well this portion. This both decomposition and combination reaction. Okay, then I will read the names of absentees. Gautam, then Joel Tom, Sriram, Ahlam Fatima. Right?
Present, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so thank you all. See you in the next
Thank you,
class.
ma'am.
Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.